In this video, we will examine the basic layout of the Human Anatomy and Physiology 1 course for Rockingham Community College. Each topic in the course is divided into modules with a corresponding lab or labs, depending on the module. In my weekly announcements, I will highlight which modules we are completing that week, in addition to the new module that we are starting. Generally, we will have about one module per week, and some modules we'll spend a little more time on. We will begin by examining the contents of the first module. Keep in mind that all of the modules in the course will have the same basic layout. At the top of the module are the learning objectives, which are expandable by clicking or tapping on the arrow. The module learning objectives are a list of the topics that are covered in each module, and I would recommend using those as a broad study guide for each of the modules. By clicking on the arrow, we can expand to examine and view the Module 1 learning objectives for the first module. Additionally, the Module Learning Objectives page has the relevant chapters within the OpenStax text, in addition to the list of assessments, so that is the quizzes or the exams that will correspond to that particular module. Next, we have a folder containing the lecture notes, the lecture PowerPoint file, lab study guides, and any worksheets for that particular module. One of the last items on the module page are the links to the lecture videos. Typically, these videos discuss specific lecture topics and will range anywhere from 2 to 8 minutes in length. Occasionally, there will be an additional item after the lecture video links that contains links to other websites. It may contain links to interactive simulations or videos. In Module 1, however, there are no supplemental items. Examining the lab for Module 1, we find that at the top of the page are a list of learning objectives for that specific lab. Again, these can be used as a broad study guide for each lab, as these are the topics that are covered by the lab quiz for that particular lab. Next, there is a link to the module assignment, which contains practice questions and diagrams for that particular lab, but also contains practice questions for the lecture materials as well. Keep in mind that the materials for each lecture module and its corresponding lab are linked. Further, there is a folder that contains the lab study guide for each lab. These lab study guides are the specific topics that you can expect on the lab quiz for that particular lab. The remainder of the lab module contains pages with information, definitions, diagrams, or links to videos, supplemental websites, or interactive simulations. The questions within the module assignments come from the information contained within these lab pages. So this concludes our overview of the lecture and lab modules for Human Anatomy and Physiology 1 at Rockingham Community College.